Hello guys, welcome back to Movie Reviews. In this video we're looking at American Psycho from 2000. American Psycho, very popular film. It's a sort of it's a very interesting novel adaptation, if you know what I mean. Written by Brent Ellis. The novel came out in 1991. It's got Christian Bale in, it's got Willem Dafoe, Jared Leto as well, and is it Reese Witherspoon as well? In there as well? Yeah, Reese Witherspoon, yeah. I'm just trying to think off the top of my head again. So, decent cast, actually. So this came out in 2001. It's actually a obscure... It's more of a black comedy, in a way. Like, it's quite small, interesting, very sort of bits and pieces, really, to be honest. You know, like... It's a satire of anything. It's a black comedy about a satire of Wall Street, of course, which Brent Ellis actually did. He did research. He actually went to the offices in Wall Street, of course, and just found like people, well, the yuppies of the sort of like sons of bankers and stuff. You know, they were just like doing out really. You know, spending the time on their phone, hanging by their friends, dining out in fancy restaurants, and of course, this is basically just like sort of like revealing the truth in a way, like uncovering like some something going on up there. It was controversial at the time, this novel, and basically, you know, it's sort of getting sort of reputation, of course, especially with the film, of course. Bale's character, Christian Bale, before the Dark Knight trilogy, this is one of his sort of well-known roles, actually, because even though he had like bit parts in like Empire of the Sun in the 80s, you know, I think he sort of got into his own, of course, with this film, The Machinist, the Dark Knight trilogy, and other bits and pieces, of course. You know, maybe not later, but them sort of films, in particular from the 2000s, sort of just give him a boost. Also the Prestige as well, I think. You know, them sort of films just get something out of it, really, out of his performance, you know. Really interesting. And he really nails it. He nails the character of Patrick Bateman, which interestingly, because he had to have a meeting with the author just to get, you know, to see if he was the right guy, and apparently it was in full character. So blew Ellis's mind out, really, to be honest. And yeah, it can be, you know, it's just a pretty interesting film. Yes, I saw a squirrel actually just gone across, the little grey squirrel just going across the grass. Excuse me. Yeah, it's just, well, American Psycho is sort of like a interesting film because I first knew about it when it was advertised in the entertainment and video DVD pamphlets used to get in the DVDs. And just a weird picture of a guy showing off his chest and wearing a mask. I thought, what is to do with that? It's like, it says American Psycho. It's like, what is to do with that anyway? But I never really found about it until maybe I got the second-hand DVD somewhere. I think I'm a local CEX actually. And sort of understand what the film was about, really. I've only watched it maybe last month, actually, on Netflix, actually, just out of curiosity. I know Oliver Harper did a retrospective on it, and I was quite interested in trying to see what the background and bits and pieces are like, really, just to give a look, because, you know, in case if I fail to watch it, really. And it's interesting because, you know, you have, like, you know, it's, something to do with the whole Wall Street thing, of course. There's a lot of 80s references, of course, a lot of 80s music, of course. I think my best bits with the Patrick Bateman character is when he's, you know, discussing the music, of course, like he's indulging in his love to the music, like of Huey Lewis and the News, Phil Collins, Whitney Houston, all them type of films, of course, you know. And I do like this sort of contrast when Willem Dafoe's character, Detective Kimball, basically comes into the office and he comes out his briefcase, yeah, oh, here's some news. I just got this today. Actually, I think it's really good. And are you a fan? And obviously he's sweating and stuff like that. It's like, no, it's like he's just trying to hide that. Like he likes the album, but he just, you know, it doesn't be in everyone's face. Like you think this is the brilliant thing ever. I do like that, really. I think it's the mind of a, you know, someone who's quite twisted, a bit psychology twisted, really. Just the obsession with murder, especially with him and his drawings and stuff and everything else. It's just complete bonkers. More bonkers, of course, with the whole kills and everything else. Like, well, especially when he gets that prostitute. The whole setup is quite a bit weird in a way because he starts, you know, having like a threesome. Then he starts biting the other prostitute in the bed, like he's just like some vampire. It's Like, and she just screams in pain and torture, just goes just blazing to her with his teeth in her face. Like, what the hell? And then she just runs around through the corridor stuff, and he's just naked, wearing trainers and just wielding a chainsaw. It's just covered in blood. It's just like, oh my god! It's just that's sort of like a bonkers scene. That's really sort of like this scene that's just like, it's peak. It's all peak insaneness. It's insanity. It's really interesting, and obviously just nailing the prostitute, of course. I don't know what her name is, of course, unfortunately. But he does the chainsaw and just lands it perfectly down the bottom, of course. And he's just like, it's his victory moment. Yes, indeed. That's really good. I mean, Bale's performance in particular is just really good. It captures that sort of insane psychological personality, and it really shows really good stuff. And the film itself really gets in the mind of Patrick Bateman. Really good stuff. There were some cringy moments, of course, that sort of like, oh, really? My God. I think when he's first killed, he kills that homeless man, stamps on the dog. You don't really, well, in fairness, non-camera, you just saw stamps, so you just hear a dog squeal, of course, that sort of thing, but he kills a man's dog, really. And it's like, oh, we're really getting somewhere now. Like, we're sort of building up his character, of course, getting him into his social life and everything else, I really want to kill, and that sort of thing, trying and saying to his friends, and his bank friends, and of course, they just sit, you think, oh, you're great, you're funny, lad, you're funny. This whole thing, they think it's jokey and hilarious, where he actually means it, really. And from the moment where the homeless man and the dog get killed, that's when it's sort of, you really start getting to the motion of the film. It really starts driving along now, the film, and it's like, after bit, you get really sinister. You get sinister stuff, like when he's like the limo, he's just like in his limousine trying to get the prostitutes and stick his head out and stuff like that, and just off and just waving little dollars around just to woo them in. My God. And so that scene in particular, when he's like, I think it might be in his dreams or something like that, or he might be hallucinating or something, gets a gun out, he starts having a police shootout, and they start exploding like randomly, like in a cartoonish type fashion. It's like, he sort of looks at you, think, like, is he losing his mind, pretty much? And we sort of think, do we believe that? Really? Indeed. It just goes to the place, really, because, I mean, it's directed by Mary Harron, who directed Who Shot Andy Warhol, I think back a few years ago, actually. I think by '96, I think, that came out. And John Cale, famous for the Velvet Underground, Welshman John Cale, does the score, which is actually pretty interesting. Very sort of, again, classical type of style. Nicely done, actually. I do have to appreciate his work on that one. Some of his stuff is quite, you have to be a certain mind to be try and listen to his stuff, but his contribution to the Underground, superb. His contribution to this film is actually pretty decent as well. A lot of 80s music as well, because this is set in 1988. I think the book is the same as well. It sets itself in 1988. And yeah, it's just a really good film. If you haven't seen it, try and give it a good watch, actually, because it's memorizing. If you've seen the Dark Knight trilogy with Christian Bale and you think, where should I go next to see his filmography? Give this one this one next. Because it'd be a pretty interesting eye opener. He's quite both. He speaks a good fluent American accent, of course, and yeah, it's just like a pretty decent role for him, of course. It's a good film. Just so it's a very reference, of course. That scene in particular, that sort of is quite. I don't know, that might have been a meme actually back in 2016, with the whole shift between when the Nolan trilogy finished, of course, and then we had the DC Cinematic Universe films come out, Batman v Superman and also Suicide Squad and stuff like that, And the scene, of course, people I'll probably be talking about is the Bale's character basically stabbed, just winging an axe in the back of Jared Leto. That'll be just somebody will probably mean that or maybe photoshopped the Joker's face along with Christian Bale's Batman's face on it. Like say, like it's dominant or something like that. I think someone might have done it before maybe a few years back. I don't know. If not, it's like a weird signal, of course, like that. You think, well, that version of Batman's better than the one we got now. So it's basically, that better version is stabbing an axe in the back, like it's trying to kill it like it's better, or something like that, like it's worthy. I was all about that. Great film. Definitely worth a watch. Okay, and the second film we're going to talk about is A Man Apart from 2003, directed by F. Gary Gray, who was part of the Fast and Furious line. I think he did the first film, back in 2001. And this is his sort of second pairing with Vin Diesel. And in fairness, I've had a bit of, unlike most of the films I've covered on here so far, they've actually been really good. This is sort of like the lowest, dullest point in sort of the series so far actually, I think. So far. So A Man Apart, basically just a revenge story about a CIA operative or FBI officer, police officer of all kind. Wife gets killed, and he just goes on a revenge mission. And it's like, it doesn't really. I find it just a bit underwhelming, really. Because Vin Diesel just so goes off the rocks, of course. They're trying to find the person who's responsible, drug cartel, everything else. And it's just like, it doesn't really do much for me, unfortunately. I remember seeing after some DVDs, of course, I think that'd be interesting. But I never got around to buying it, of course. Because I think, I don't know really. You sort of often about that before. It's a good idea. I never bought that DVD because it's, after watching this on Netflix, it's just like, that's how I felt really. Again, just a very dull experience, really, in my opinion. I don't know if people actually like this film. I don't know, because I think maybe people probably haven't heard of it really, or maybe forgot about it or something like that. There's plenty of other films with Vin Diesel in, of course, but this one's always like his lowest point in his career, I think. Considering this came after the Fast and Furious, maybe 2 years afterwards, it's like, what are we going to do about that? I don't know really. It's just like the whole partner stuff as well. It's just like, his partner's just decent. I don't know really. I don't know. I've really got enough else to say on this one. It's just like I needed something to include on here, and I've seen this, I might include it, but I felt just nothing really came out of it really. I mean, I've seen many films like have done this job beforehand. I think this one takes the worst of it, really, and it's like I might have to do something entirely different. Like sort of attempt to. I mean, the term, add bits and pieces in, but it doesn't. It just falls flat, really, unfortunately. And I feel like it doesn't really do anything, really. I mean, music-wise, a bit bland as well, really, and I don't know. I had to cover it at some point, really, but not really. Unfortunately, guys, I can't very have enough else to say, really. I've basically lost track, really, on this one. Again, just a bit of a dull film, really. Not other films I would just tend to go back and watch, unfortunately, but, it was just there. I thought I might give it a watch because it got Vin Diesel in, so I thought, why not? Anyway, guys, thank you for watching. Sorry about the video. It's, about the second half, really. It's just meandering, really. But the first half, that's good. So I've been talking about American Psycho from 2000 and A Man Apart from 2003. Thank you guys for watching, and see you for the next video, and goodbye.